Hmm. All right. I think I'm in this video. All right, here we go. Hey, what's going on? It's me, San Martin, at the Prescott Times, sitting in Prescott Valley with the mayor, Kell. How you doing, sir?
What's up, buddy? Doing well.
You hanging out?
Oh, just hanging out today, right? It's Monday.
It is a Monday, you know, and I like to do these interviews on Mondays because I know you guys are busy. Does that make sense?
We're busy every day.
I know, right? I really don't even understand some parts. At times, I don't even know what day it is. Everybody be like, "It's Saturday," and I'm like, "It's only Saturday?"
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like, I don't really account for any of the days. So, anyways, man, we're here today because I want to know what you've been up to since you've been a mayor. You've been in the office for what now?
It's probably been about. I was elected about a year ago, like tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Was when I was elected.
I was thinking it was like 2 months, man.
But I was sworn in January of 2019.
Okay, so
I've been here about eight months.
Wow, I only thought it was like a month or something, man.
Let me tell you, it feels like that sometimes.
you obviously grown a beard since then.
I have a beard just try to be more like you.
Nice, man. It kind of brings out the bearded men in us. So let's talk about what has been going on since you've been here. What have you been doing? I mean, I know a lot of stuff that you've been doing, but tell it to the people that are out there.
I think one of the big things that we'll talk about, and I hear it, and I'm sure you've heard it a lot too, and town of Prescott Valley is kind of buzzing about it, is the possibility of us having a YMCA here in town.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is really huge, and it's an opportunity. We don't know if it's going to happen yet, but surveys have gone out. About 5,000 surveys have gone out to local residents, basically seeing what the viability is, and if it's something that people would want to sign up for and want to join if there was a YMCA here in town. So if you haven't got your survey, you can go to my mayor page, Mayor Kell. You'll see if there's a poll on there. Go on, check yes or no if you would be a part of it or not. And then also while you're there, just like my page. Tell people, doesn't mean you like me. It just means you kind of get to see what's going on with Prescott Valley.
Just keep up to date and stuff like that. So Prescott Valley is actually it's growing. Population is saying that it's I think a little bit more populated than Prescott. Is that true?
Yeah, so we're a little bit bigger than Prescott. We're the largest community in Yavapai County right now. The census will come out in 2020. I'm sure we'll be around 50,000 people around that time.
Wow. I've been telling everybody like 40,000, 45.
So our last census, we're around, 9.5 years ago, we were like 45.
Oh,
45, 8.
So you know for a fact it's been growing. That's
absolutely.
Huge. That's huge. So now being in Prescott Valley, obviously you being the mayor, you're seeing a lot of things coming through your office, your desk. I mean, the positive part about being in Prescott Valley that it's still a growing little. Do we still call it a town?
Still a town.
When does it turn into a city?
You know what? I don't think we're ever going to turn into a city. And the example I give is the town of Gilbert.
Gilbert. Town of Gilbert.
They're not called the city of Gilbert. They're the town of Gilbert.
And what is their population?
Over 200,000.
Well, there you go. You guys have it. We're always going to be a town, guys.
So there's really no need to change it from a town to a city.
That works out. Now being here once again, what is the future that you see happening in Prescott Valley?
I mean, it's no secret we have growth going on. You can drive down Glassford Hill and you'll see a ton of it. We have Jasper community starting to basically they just finished they're getting close to finishing with their model homes. So they're literally going to be breaking ground, selling homes out there in Jasper. And for those that don't know where Jasper is, it's just to the west of Granville.
Okay.
So off of Glassford Hill, as if you're going into Granville, you just keep going straight and you end up in Jasper.
Oh, that's awesome. How many homes do you expect to be built on this first?
So they'll probably
first phase, right?
Well, they'll have their first phase. They'll build out. I believe it's going to be 4 phases, but there'll be roughly 3,500 homes out there, 4,000 homes, depending on how
total
it goes. Total.
Okay.
Total.
Not just the first phase is going to be somewhere around.
No. It'll be a total at the end of build out. And this was something Jasper was in the works for 8-9 years now.
Yeah, and I learned a little bit about it. I just didn't know too much about what was going on there. Now, knowing that the town is growing, you're bringing things that are helping out the local community, giving them things to do as far as events or things to do.
Sure.
YMCA is a very big deal.
Of course.
Absolutely. That's a huge deal. Now, do you have anything else that's on the agenda as far as like events? I mean, I have one right here.
Yeah, let's talk about this. This will be something to talk about.
So we're doing the Prescott Valley I'm not doing the Prescott Valley Healing Festival. Prescott Valley Healing Field of Northern Arizona. It's going to be what, a 2-day, 3-day event?
So it's basically a week long.
Oh, week long. Oh,
A
yeah.
week long. It's just basically in regards of remembering 9/11 and the tragic events of 9/11 and what happened at that time. So basically, the green, basically every piece of grass outside of the Civic Center turns into a field of just American flags.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's going to be full of those.
So yeah, so each flag represents someone that lost their life during that attack on the United States. Oh, wow. And then you also see that there's, first responders were killed, and each one is represented with either a pair of fireman boots or police officer boots or military boots. And each flag also has a story to it. So you get to go up to each flag, and it'll talk about a specific person and who they were and what they were about. And the whole goal of it is to, as we all say, never forget.
Yeah.
And be able to teach. I mean, right now there's currently a generation that was never even alive when this happened.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it's good to be able to let them know, hey, this is what happened. This is a part of our history. Let's not forget the heroes and the victims that happened.
Okay, so I was overhearing when I first got here that they are in need of people to come down here and volunteer their time to help set this up. So if you guys are here, it doesn't show what day that is actually going to be. Do you happen to know?
I believe it's, let's see what this has. I believe it's 6 a.m. on September 6th. I believe it starts. And I might be correct on that, but if you just want to go to, they have a Prescott Valley Healing Field of Northern Arizona on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I believe at 6 a.m. They get volunteers, and it takes a lot of people to go put up over 3,000 flags.
Yeah. It's facebook.com/Patriot Run 2019. If you want to register, go to www.race. Oh, that's for the race.
So that's for the Patriot Run. Yes. So the Patriot Run is part of the events. So basically, it's helped to raise money. It helps to fund the central, the fire department here. It used to be CYFD, but it helps to fund their honor guard and the costs that go with their honor guard. So if you're interested in doing a little fun run, a 10K, a 5K, 1 mile fun run, you go onto that site that you just mentioned, and then it's around the Civic Center. It ultimately ends up here at the Healing Fields.
That's going to be awesome. Now, we have one of the most prettiest. I'm sitting here, guys. We wanted to face the other way so you could go ahead and see the backdrop, but we probably wouldn't be able to see us because of the lighting. But you have one of the beautiful views. Tell me what you love about Prescott Valley so much that you wanted to be the mayor.
You know, I tell people, I moved here since '96. You know, I became a police officer here because I wanted to help the community, and nothing changed with being mayor. It was still my opportunity to help the community, give my voice, let it be heard, let the citizens, as I'm sure you're aware, my campaign motto was every voice heard. Mm-hmm. So basically that still applies today. It's basically every voice heard. I want to hear from everyone, whether you voted for me, didn't vote, don't vote, I don't care. I want to hear what you think we should do to Prescott Valley and make it go in a good direction.
Nice. And that's one of the biggest campaigns that has been ran here, from my acknowledgement, that actually involved the city. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure, prior people that were on the council wanted the city to be involved, but I think this year was a big turnaround as far as, getting people more involved and
sure.
You being out there. I think I read that you were sitting outside of Fry's and basically shaking hands and asking questions, or people were asking you questions.
Just recently?
Yeah.
So just August, I just started the Meet the Mayor opportunities, where basically they're just pop-up meetings where I pick a location in advance, let people know where I'll be, and that one time I was in Fry's, set up a table, I have some things to hand out about Prescott Valley, and basically a big sign that says, hey, meet the mayor, stop by, talk, let me know what you have to say. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I don't care. I want to hear what you have to tell me about Prescott Valley. And usually for a couple hours, we did it at Fry's, we did it at Safeway a couple weeks later. Get about 40 to 50 people in a 2-hour period that just really want to stop by, and they really care about Prescott Valley, which is huge.
And moving here to this area, the town, you have to care about it. You have to worry about the future and exactly what it holds for us. As far as big development, what do you see coming up next? I mean, is there anything that you could expose or talk about? I know that you touched in on the YMCA. Is there any kind of any big corporations are coming in for business? Or
So nothing that we could discuss right now on Facebook Live.
You heard it here first. No, just kidding.
But obviously, some of you have seen over there in the Prescott Valley Motel being demolished over there at Navajo and 69.
Yes.
So Super Circle K is coming in there, and they're basically breaking it down right now as we speak. They started last week. They're hoping to be open January 1st, December 1st, January 1st. But we know.
Oh yeah, they're taking over that whole corner.
That whole corner they're going to take over. And some of the questions we've had, or at least a lot of people come to me, is the Prescott Valley sign, the Prescott Valley Motel sign. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the iconic sign.
The iconic sign, and what's going to happen to it. Well, currently Circle K owns it because they bought the whole property. The sign kind of comes with it. I met with the project manager last week and expressed some interest in what we could do about preserving the sign and see what we can kind of do. He's meeting with Circle K people this week, and then we're going to touch base and see what their plan is.
If we could leave it up as a monument.
I don't know if they're going to leave it up. I know they, from what they've been saying, they have no interest in it. It's just trying to figure out what we can do with the sign. We just don't want it just lay around in the backyard somewhere, you know.
I know, and it's like gone. History is gone.
We have to figure something out.
Yeah, that corner has been there. There's a lot of things that have been here for a long time. I've been here before there was any roads beyond. I guess it would be.
I think Lakeshore here. I think Lake Valley ended up right here.
Yeah, that was it.
Stopped right here.
Yeah, stopped right here. So this place has grown, and that was like 1980, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
Shoot, this town has grown a heck of a lot, and I see that there's going to be a lot of growth coming. I see everything that you're doing. I mean, you're out there in the community. You're making things happen. How has it been, you know, on the new council? I mean, have they taken you in as family?
Sure.
All your ideas have been growing and prospering with each other?
Oh, council's been great. The whole coming in as a newly elected, you know, taking over for Harvey Skoog, who was, I mean, basically he was iconic with Prescott Valley. But with anything, with change and someone different, it brings a new set of eyes, a new set of vision, and a new direction on how we can get somewhere. You know, I like to say we just try to keep our foot on the gas and just do good things. We don't want to be in a holding pattern, because if you're stuck in a holding pattern, things don't change, and it just becomes the same old, same old.
Yeah, the line that I've heard, get stuck in the times, get left behind. And
there you go.
That's something that you do not want to do. I mean, you always have to evolve. You always have to go ahead and move forward.
Sure.
And, you know, that's kind of the reason why the Prescott Times was actually established, is to go ahead and create something that is new, but also effective for the communities out there. And I enjoy bringing people and having a seat. I do this every Monday, and so my goals are to basically just expose some of the coolest people that are in town, that are actually movers and shakers, people that are actually willing to go ahead and make a change in our communities. So that's my whole goal on my my Monday live video feeds, is just to expose this type of stuff. And if you guys have any questions, he's more than open to take those questions and see where we could go with this. I just had Mayor Megarelli on not last week, but the week before. And he was like, what are we talking about? I was like, let's talk about you. And so just to catch him up, he's basically got running for mayor again, and is unopposed. So he's just
tomorrow tomorrow's their election tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to cover that tomorrow as well. I'm not really a political man, but you know I have to follow some things that it's very concerning to the city and everybody in it. But it looks like everybody is enjoying what you're doing. Is there anything exciting in your plans that you could tell anybody out there?
First off, I wouldn't say that everyone's enjoying what I'm doing. I'd like to think that, but it doesn't always work out that way, right?
Well, sometimes it does not work that way. People like to go ahead and poke a little bit of not hatred, but a little bit of their own mindset.
Sure, and
it's their own agenda.
It's just the way it works out. Yeah. But one thing we got exciting is just recently we recognized the new future soldiers that are joining the military, in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines. We recognize them at council, basically as a thank you for doing what you're doing. And too often we just hear about the people that get scholarships for college or things like that. But these men and women, young men and women, are the 1% of the population that actually join the military and defend our freedom and allow us to do what we're doing right now. So that's huge, because the recruitment center has moved to Harkins. And by doing that has created a lot more exposure for them. And one of the things that we're hoping to do is, as a town of Prescott Valley, is get big banners that say, Prescott Valley proudly supports Joe Smith serving in the United States Army. And we'll have them on our streetlights. So that's going to be something new. It's going to be coming to council in the next few weeks. It's going to be presented by the United States Army on how we can get involved. And hopefully the council's on board and we start seeing those signs out here. And I think that's going to be
cool.
exciting.
I like that. Now, being here directly, is this considered downtown?
You know what? I don't. You hear that sometimes. Do we have an actual downtown? No. We have down by Harkins, obviously the center down there. But this is just kind of just the civic center is what I refer to. So I don't really refer to it as downtown.
There is no downtown area from what I've acknowledged.
Sure.
I mean, there needs to be some sort of like downtown feeling. I mean, with all these empty fields out here, there seems like there should be something going on.
And you got to think about that though. I mean, Prescott Valley's been around for what, 40 years? How long has Prescott been around? Over 100 years?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of catching up to do. So hopefully in that time we can start catching up building-wise or structure-wise. Because I tell people we're never going to be Prescott. And Prescott is never going to be Prescott Valley. So we just need to build on what we have here in Prescott Valley. So that's what makes it so important.
Yeah, and it's your own individual location. Everybody knows, we don't go to Prescott, we don't go to Prescott Valley, but you know what? We all do that, so it doesn't matter. It's good to have neighbors such as Prescott and Chino Valley, Dewey, Humboldt, but it's good to have these neighbors and everybody that works together, acknowledges what each other's doing is a big, big deal. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time because I know for a fact that you have things to do. I mean, me personally, my Mondays are kind of cool, but I don't know how cool yours are. What's your Monday look like today?
Mondays, already had a couple meetings this morning.
Nice.
What time is it? It's going on 9:45.
Yes.
So already had that. I have a couple more this afternoon, but Monday is, like I said, like no other day. It's just still a day that you just battle through. And I tell people, whatever keeps you up at night should be what gets you out of bed in the morning.
Ooh, there we go. There we go.
That's the way I look at it. So
I never went to bed because it was on my mind last night. so
exactly. So
works out perfect.
So the key is, like you said, if people can just get on my page, see what I got going on, you're going to find out what's happening with the town of Prescott Valley much, much quicker than reading the newspaper or anything like that. You know how it is.
Yes, we definitely know how it is. And that's the best thing about, online social media is that you have instantaneous stuff. And that's what the whole New Times is all about, as far as getting not stuck in the times, but, getting with the times. And that's basically what Prescott Times is all about.
No,
and we're here to go ahead and serve our communities. And just like you are, your role is a little bit bigger than mine, but at the same time, we all have a role in this, and that's kind of where we're all at. So if you guys want to volunteer for some of the events that are happening, go to his page, hit up the Prescott Valley city page, and there's a lot of info. Stay tuned to what actually is going to be coming up soon.
Absolutely.
And thank you.
Thanks, big man.
Thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate it.
Duly noted. Sock deeds. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got the colorful socks on, guys. This is show us our character deep down inside. We're loving, colorful people.
Appreciate it. All right, buddy.
Thank you, senor.